All right. Welcome everyone that's here at the shop, and for those of you that are watching over on our YouTube channel, I'm Michael here for LMA. Rob's over here as well. I'm also joined here for tonight's captain meeting with Ron. We're going to go ahead and break down a couple of things. I know many of you don't like to drag things out longer than we have to, so we're going to try and get right to the meat and potatoes of what you need to know. We'll take questions throughout it, so if you got something, feel free to ask. And for those of you that are watching on the live stream, go ahead and write your questions in the chat so we can pull those up and answer them if they're not already asked in here, and get to that. If you're watching this back on the replay tomorrow, again, the best thing to do is to message us directly so we can get you a response as quick as possible. And want to kind of preface the captain's meeting with that. Listen, we're super excited about year 2 of the Big Pond Brawl series this year with our 4 events over last year. Last year was a complete success. We're hoping to kind of experience the same thing and just put on a great tournament that you guys will have a good time and walk away with some pretty big payouts, which we are going to talk about tonight. But let's get into the important stuff, maybe even the boring stuff, the rules. I'm going to throw it over to Ron to kind of cover the gist of this. Please remember, captains, that you are responsible for reviewing the rules. This is on you. When you signed up, you acknowledge that you read it then. There was a slight change made, which Ron will touch on here, nothing crazy. But again, these are available on our website, lakemichiganangler.com, under the Big Pond Brawl. There's a link to them, and we'll make sure you guys know you are up to date on that before we get into Saturday. So with that being said, Ron, take it away.
All right, check-in is going to begin approximately an hour before our start time. Start time for this tournament is 5:30 a.m. Each captain will be required to take a video on their phone of the open cooler and a boat walk-around. It's kind of a quick
walkthrough. And I got a video.
Walkthrough, yeah.
Let me show you the video. For those that are in the room, you can take a look behind you, and you'll see it'll show up. There's a little bit of a delay there. But just to be clear, it's a quick walkthrough of a video on your phone. Just walk through, show the cooler, everything in there, just everything's above board. And then you'll keep that with you. And as Ron will probably explain here, you could be asked to provide that if there's any kind of question brought up about, anything, which we don't expect that to be the case. The other picture there is for your boat check-in as well, correct?
Yes.
You want to explain that part?
Well, I'll explain. So in the morning, we're not going to do radio call-ins because last year when we did this, everybody was talking over everybody, and it was very hard to get everybody in. So we're going to do, each port will have a boat they'll check in, and there will be a phone number that you'll text that you're there. And then that's how you're going to check in. When you come back in the afternoon, every boat will have a number. We're not going to give you a plaque or anything. You can write that number on your hand. You can write it on a piece of paper. You can, however you want to do it. You just need to take a picture entering whatever port you came out of with that number in the picture. That was what that other picture was up there.
I'll show you guys again one more time there. You can just see the port in the background there, and that just, shows that you made it back there, just to make sure you.
And then you would text that picture in. That's your check-in, basically. If you do not check in, you will be DQ'd. So, our limit in this is 15 fish. Once you catch 15 fish, you're done fishing. 6 of your fish can be of those 15 can be lake trout. You're going to weigh your best 5. 2 of those can be lake trout. You can release fish, but if you're going to release a fish, don't bring it over the rail. Once it's over the rail, it's part of your creel.
And to clarify on that, they can net it. But
you can net it, right. Unhook it, and release it. Just don't bring it. Once it's over the rail, it's part of your creel. And, there's really no way to police that. Everybody's on their honor. Then after the check-in is, obviously, you have to be back in at 1:30 is the end of the tournament time, so you need to take that photo by 1:30, entering your harbor, text it to the check-in boat that you checked in with in the morning, and then you have 2 hours to get here for the weigh-in.
Any questions on the rules? Yes.
How are you going to distribute the numbers that we text into?
So we're gonna give that out tomorrow evening, probably once it's dark out, just so that there's no kind of question that somebody went out there beforehand. So we'll get
You'll
that out.
get your boat number, and then you will get the number that you text to
Right. So
for your
we're gonna,
particular port.
yeah, I'm gonna get that out on Facebook. One thing that was brought up we may do going forward is create just a dedicated Facebook group for all the captains that are involved, so just straight to them, because it's hard to get so many people the information out. So right now we're utilizing Facebook, so please make sure you guys are keeping an eye on the Facebook post for now. But we'll get that out tomorrow evening, probably once sun is down. I'll shoot that out and post it up. And if for some reason you don't see anything, contact us right away, but it'll be out. Yes?
Yeah, Michael, instead of using a cooler, can we use our live well with ice in it?
Yeah.
And then take those fish when we bring them here and put them into a cooler?
Yes.
Is that okay?
Yeah, you can put your fish in a live well. Same kind of premise, just when you do the initial thing sweep, just show the live well empty.
Nice.
Even if you have a cooler and a live well, just show them that they're both empty in the morning. Just when everything's above board. Any other questions here or in the chat?
When at the weigh-in, we are going to do, we'll weigh your big fish first and then your best 5. Your big fish, I don't care how you do it, whether you put it the different way in the cooler, you put a zip tie on it, whatever you want to do. If you put a zip tie on it, we're cutting it off. So everybody, there's not going to be any discrepancy on this guy's zip tie was. We just don't want any controversy. So,
Any other questions on the rules? And there's obviously more, but you guys can read the rest of your stuff. What? Say it again.
3:30.
So the weigh-in starts at 1. So, obviously there's some ports here are closer, like Northport guys might get in here first, but runs till 3. You got to be in line by 3. All right.
3:30. It's
it
2 hours to get here.
Oh, 1:30 to 3:30. Sorry, yes. So 3:30.
Yeah, the scale will be open at 1.
Yeah, we'll be here, so you can come even before that if you want.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to come in at 9, I guess.
So,
If you're already done fishing at 9 and you want to weigh in, feel free.
that'll be. We're trying to keep it compact though. Like and this is I'll kind of touch on this. Some of you guys experienced it last year, but we're also what's unique about our event obviously is the weigh-in. Right, we're putting on a live production show so that folks at home can see how the anglers fished, see the fish. People love seeing what comes out of the lake. And so we're trying to keep, that time period so that we have a constant flow of guys coming in, weighing their coolers. Those of you in the room, you see the big step and repeat here is a really cool thing here that guys will take their group shots with and everything. So we're trying to make it an event. So yeah, I mean, if you limit out pretty quick, whatever you can, but 1:30 to 3:30 is that window. As long as you're in the line, you'll be good to go. You can weigh. All right. That's all it is. Yes.
Start time's 5:30, is there a run time at 5?
It's a shotgun start. So at 5:30, we'll announce it's time to go. And once you get to where you're fishing, you can set lines and start fishing.
Yeah. For those that are watching on the live stream, the question was there a run time? And no, it's 5:30, shotgun start, and you just go. And you'll start fishing wherever you want and do what you need to do. Obviously, the 4 ports, Waukegan, North Point, Kenosha, Racine are your 4 ports that you can, fish out of. And at the end of this meeting, if there's any changes the captains want to make to where their port we're going to fish out of, please let us know because we're going to compile that now. It's done. It's all set. So never mind. That should be done. Just making sure. We're all locked in on those ports that you guys submitted to. All right. Next, let's talk about. I want to quickly talk about the traffic flow for tomorrow. Yes.
One other thing, in the morning, once you check in, stage outside of your marina. Just keep, people are fishing shallow right now, so just try to stay out of their way as best you can. If you got to go out to 30 feet beyond them, it's kind of tough this time of year because guys are going to
Charters are going to be fishing the mouth of the harbor.
Yeah, so just try and stay out of their way as best you can. We realize you're probably going to have to go farther out than we normally would, but, everybody will be sitting in a group out. I'm guessing there's going to be quite a few boats out of North Point tomorrow. So, and then you have Saturday, I should say, and then you're gonna have all the weekend guys that are gonna be in that shallow water too. So just try to be courteous and get out of everybody's way if we can.
All right. Yes.
You guys gonna be on 68, channel 68?
Yes.
68 is the channel for any kind of comps, yes.
Please do not radio to check in though.
No radio check-ins, it'll all be text. All right.
Because Salmon Unlimited's gonna be checking in.
But the launch will be via radio. The shotgun start.
Yes, we
Yes.
will announce when it's time to go.
Yep. Any other questions? Okay. All right. Let's talk about the traffic flow. For those of you that are in here, we passed around a little paper. If not, Nick can get one out to you. It'll also kind of show up on the screen here. I'm going to flip to the screen for those that are watching on the live stream. You guys can see. Now, obviously, what we want to do here for this is to maintain a really good flow for the parking here. For everyone that's coming from North Point and north, you'll be coming southbound on Sheridan. We're gonna have you guys turn in. It's on the backside of the building structure here, and we'll have good old Lauren out here helping to get all the vehicles parked. Those of you that are bringing your boats trailered, we're gonna fill up all of our parking in the back and around into the front right there. Now you'll see on the diagram as you come into the lot, there's that green kind of flag right there. That's where you're gonna unload your cooler. So if you have somebody on your team, you can pull up right there. We have like little dollies or whatever. You can come up our back ramp, right on in. Whoever the driver is can then go ahead and push around to wherever Lauren's gonna have you park. We do have overflow parking at the automotive store right across the street. Let's see here. And if you don't need to bring your trailer, you got a 2-hour window there. You can always just have somebody run it down in another vehicle. You got options. You don't have to bring your trailer if you don't need to. You got time. So if you're able to not bring your trailer, it's great. It makes everything run smoother. But if you have to bring it, it's fine. What we found out from last year is because you guys are coming from Racine and Waukegan, it sets up a natural kind of flow of people coming in. It'll be North Point guys in first because they're right here, and then we start seeing like the next group of guys coming in from their various ports. So we were able to kind of run it very smoothly last year, and we're hoping to kind of have the same experience this Saturday. And just have patience in this process, but we'll get everything situated and everything will be secure. People are all around. Guys, we're staying outside talking, so it's pretty good about keeping eyes on people's stuff. We don't have any issues. We don't suspect that there'll be any issues again this year. So that'll be the flow for the traffic coming in there. Just keep an eye out so that it makes everything go smoothly for all of our sakes there. And then the way the flowing here is going to go, I know folks that are watching on the live stream can't see this, but for the folks that are in here, you'll come in this back door, you'll stage along this wall here, and Nick and Ron will be here doing the weigh-ins. You'll bring your cooler up. Your first fish goes in. Your big fish goes in first. You get the weight. Then you dump the rest of your 4 fish in for that total weight. Once that's done and documented, perhaps we'll probably take a picture there if it's a really big king or whatever it may be that's in there. So we'll do some photos, and then we'll get your stuff back into the cooler, I believe, and we'll have you stage off to the side and whatnot. Was there something we needed to touch on?
If possible, try to have your 5 fish you're gonna weigh sorted already. Meaning don't come in here with 15 fish in a cooler and dig through them all.
Yeah. So what Nick's saying for those that are on the broadcast watching, please have your 5 fish sorted before you come in, so it keeps everything moving along quickly. And the reality is like there's a 2-hour window. You got plenty of time when you get off the dock to figure it out. Throw them in a different cooler perhaps, or pull the other ones out, or however you're gonna do it. But it makes it go smoothly for all our sakes. It makes it really easy. So.
You're just wanting 5 fish in that cooler.
Just your 5 biggest fish, right? Your big fish, and then the rest of you, the 4 that are.
I mean, yeah, you can have more in there if
Right.
you want. Just have your 5 separated.
What we do is, the 5 you're gonna weigh, put the heads the opposite way of the other ones. Quick and easy.
It's just so that you can grab them quickly and know which are your 5 you want to weigh if you have more in
Try
there.
to avoid people
Sorting.
standing here going, I'm not gonna weigh it. You're not gonna put it on the scale and then take it off and say this one's bigger. Right.
Right.
Have your 5 that you wanna weigh ready
we're trying to really run this as efficient as possible. So your help with that make it be a help for all of our sakes.
There's no cooler taping required, right? No tape coolers.
All right. So you'll weigh your stuff. Once you're done with your weigh-in, then you'll shuttle off. And this door to my left, your right, will be the exit right onto the other side. So you can meet your buddy with the car on the other side and load up that cooler and sit tight and do whatever it is you need to do until we get things done over here. It's pretty simple kind of a flow. Any questions with that so far? No? Okay. Let me double check here. I see some comments on the live stream here. I missed the start time. What is the start time for tomorrow? Well, it's Saturday, not tomorrow. It's for Saturday, 5:30 a.m. 5:30 a.m. It's also covered in the rules. If you happen to forget again, you can go to the rule set and it's all listed there as well. All right.
The times aren't really listed in the rules. They're listed in the,
Okay. Well, I can always add that in there. We'll get that in there. So
because it's different for each tournament.
yeah, it is. So for this one, it's a 5:30 a.m. All right. Let's quickly talk about payouts. Before we get to that, first I want to say that for this first tournament, you guys killed it. The 50 boats are all entered in for this. The vast majority are in the series as well. I forget if it's 40. It's over 40. It's like 42, 43, right around that are in the series as well. So, man, just an incredible turnout for the Big Pond Brawl this year, and we thank you all for trusting us to put on this event, and we hope that we'll deliver a great experience for you guys. With that being said, we more than doubled what we kind of gave our primary numbers on when we announced this. So, Ron, you want to cover some of the payouts here?
So this is obviously a full field payout. We'll be paying out $14,000. First place will be $4,568. Second place will be $2,023. Third will be $1,272, and we'll pay down to 10th. Big fish, first place will be $1,250. Second place will be $750, and third place will be $500.
So, a lot of different ways to get into the money.
Yeah.
Which is very exciting. We worked hard on our end, and of course, the obligatory kind of mention to our sponsors that really helped to do a lot of this: Fish Hawk Electronics, Amada Senior Care, Blood Run, Aquatraction Chicago, Dreamweaver, Salmon Candy, Pro King, Stinger, and Spruce Island Camp stepped up big time for that big fish payout, guaranteeing 1,000. So, when I mentioned this, I said it before, if you get a chance to check out these companies' services and products, many of which we carry here, please do. They definitely are back in the community here, and we want to thank them as well for doing that. So a lot up for grabs. Excited. It looks like the weather, and we'll touch on this right now. It looks like it's going to be good to go, very fishable. In the weird case that something changes, the final call on that is made tomorrow. And my understanding, and Ron, correct me if I'm wrong here, unless it's small craft advisory, it's a go. What's the call?
No, there's a lot of small boats in this, so
Okay.
it just would be, right now, it looks fine.
It
so
does. It
we're
does look
not worried
fine.
about it.
Yeah.
And if we do have prize packages all the way down to
17th.
17th place, so
So we got prize packages.
So stick around if you're in the top 17.
Yeah.
some good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope to, on the technical side of this, we're gonna have just like we're doing in the room here, the stream kind of displayed on the back projector, and I'm hoping I can have the real-time leaderboard up so you guys will have an idea of what's kind of happening, so that you can decide whether or not you can stay or not if it gets close. We should be good. I think that's all I had to mention on those points. Any questions in here about anything that I talked about so far with the flow coming in here, parking, weighing your fish, having your 5 kind of separated out, ready to be weighed? Nothing?
Obviously, it's 9 rods.
9 rods on the boat? Nothing. All right. And I don't think I see any other questions. Armin said, how many people are allowed on the boat?
Many as you want. It's a 9-rod limit.
Yeah. Whoever you want, or however many you want, just 9 rods in the water.
And 15 fish.
And 15 fish total caught. What about taping coolers? I think that was already asked in here. That doesn't matter. No, not
I don't
really
know
worried
what
about.
taping a cooler does.
Yep. Do you need to be present to obtain your prize? Yes, especially for the
Top three,
for the
at least.
yeah, for the top three. We got nice big checks that are laying back there. We're gonna write in the stuff and take a nice big photo in our step and repeat over here and all that stuff. So yeah, please be present, especially if you're winning. If you win in the money, you obviously got to do some paperwork there. So we need you to be here to do that. Otherwise, you won't get it. So we need to get that. We're not gonna chase people down for paperwork after the fact. Any other questions on the live stream? Please feel free to ask. And anybody else in here? I think we're good in here. Pretty straightforward. Looking for a good time. Everyone got their little game plans together. We have a really cool video dropping tomorrow. I'll mention it now while I wait to see if anybody in the live stream has any questions because there's a little bit of a delay for those guys. Really cool video we're going to release tomorrow. You know, I had this idea of we all see like big sports events and like the day before they get the analysts together and they talk about how they do it and all that stuff. Well, we had Captain Arnie Arnadano come in a little while ago and we did our own version of that. So it was pretty cool. We talk about what we think is going to be the number to get you in the money. How do you approach this fishing? Because there's so many variables. It's springtime. Fish can be anywhere. You go for browns, you go for Lakers, or we're the Kings. So really cool video that should get people really excited going into Saturday. And I'm sure most of you here will be on the water tomorrow pre-fishing. But looks like, Kyle asked, 9 rods with 9 baits or are sliders allowed? I don't think so, because there was sliders are not allowed, because I think there was something about the 2 states difference, how they counted it.
Wisconsin doesn't allow it.
Right, yeah,
We
so
have-
no
we
sliders.
have to keep it even.
Even, yeah. So Wisconsin doesn't allow sliders, so you can't have sliders on your setup. Thank you for asking that question.
9 rods, 9 baits.
9 rods, 9 baits, yes.
Or 8 rods, 9 baits.
I guess if you want to run, if you got to run a slider, you only run that one. You run one less rod. It's 9 baits. Yeah, 9 baits.
Okay. All right, guys. I think that's nothing else being asked in the comments. Doesn't look like there's any other questions in here for us. All right. Thank you for joining us for the captain's meeting. Obviously, it was probably the last chance we have we get to talk to you guys till the weigh-in date, but have a great time out there. Please be safe. As always, safety is first. There's going to be a lot of guys out on the weekend on top of the tournaments that are happening on the weekend. But have a great time. Wish you all the best of luck out there. Really excited to see you back in here, seeing what you put together. If you do place top 3, please expect to hang out with me. We'll do an interview with the captain from each team and talk about how you fished, what went down, kind of give people a little insight on how you fish. I think they'll really like that. Other than that, that's all we got. Thank you for your time, and we'll see you guys again here on Saturday. Thank you.